Hey guys, and welcome to the Fuck Around and Find Out podcast. Today is another Monday FAFO. We have NatureJohn. He's a great guy, a pretty good cultivator from what I've seen. He listens and learns super well. He's been experimenting with the forest floor and adding erythritol and doing a whole bunch of fun, interesting things.
So that's why you're here. Fucking
That's why. Because I listened.
He's done. He says he's done great with it.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about you, NatureJohn. Give us a little introduction to yourself.
I'm just a man who grows mushrooms and likes to fuck around. That's why I'm here, because I liked listening to you guys, and I like improv and just fucking around and having fun. Otherwise, what the hell are we doing?
Exactly. The whole process should be fun from start to finish.
Yeah.
So how long have you been growing mushrooms?
I don't tell secrets like that.
Long time?
Yeah.
Long time.
For a while. I just don't usually tell people because when people, I'm not new, but I'm not like super old in the game like you guys.
Whoa. Experience,
what?
Thank you.
Okay.
It's that old experience.
Wise.
He's old.
Just wise. But you know, when you tell people like, oh yeah, I've only been doing it for this long, they're like, oh really? And then
some people are fucking just smart. Like, I mean, and you pick up on shit, you know?
We talk to people that have been doing it for 3 fucking months, and we're like, damn, impressed. We're like, holy shit, you're growing shit that's looking real nice. And then we talk to people who've been doing it for 10 years, and just everything they're turning out is looking like dog shit.
And they're still afraid to touch agar.
Yeah, they won't work with agar. They've never graduated past like a 50% success rate with the still air box, you know?
Yeah.
So
everybody's different. But I've been like that in every field I've gone into. I just learn things quickly and go like super deep and get hyper focused. So people are usually like, oh shit, you know your stuff. I'm like,
find that
I like it. So
you find the people who are real attracted to this kind of hobby are the type of people who are really very detail focused.
Attention to detail is very important.
Yeah.
I
like complicated things and processes.
Definitely. It fits my personality pretty well.
I find my competitive nature fits perfectly in grow logs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You always want to start a grow along to see if you can beat everybody.
I'm up for it.
All right.
I have a friend. I have a friend that we like have a very competitive thing going on, and I'm like, I'm ready. Bring it. Let's fucking do it.
Challenge.
And then we just keep posting pictures of mushrooms.
Since you've been growing, do you have a favorite strain that you like?
I like the shit that I make myself. So I've been crossing now for ghetto crossing for a few years. And my favorite, but most finicky, is like Trinity crossed with Ghost.
All right.
And what?
No, never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. It's just my favorite because it throws out so many different looks. The way that they combine genetically, it's very varied and diverse. So I have so many looks. It makes me crazy sometimes trying to follow them all and get something stabilized. Yeah. But I love pheno hunting.
Right.
Yeah. That's part of the fun, of the best part about this job or hobby, profession, depending on how you look at it. To me, it's just a hobby. It's just something I do for fun.
Yeah.
But it's like just trying to hunt down and stabilize something or go like, holy shit, that one's really cool. I wonder if it's going to make that same thing again is a lot of fun.
If I could show you guys a picture right now, I would show you this bag I have of my Monster Light Bright that I've got going right now.
You can just post it in the chat.
Oh, I will. But I meant for people watching right now, so they can see the beauty that I'm looking at right now. I guess they could. I guess.
Well, if you post it, if you give it to me, I could use it for the art. For the
we could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing right now is it's like beautiful. The way it's
You're getting too far away from the microphone there, buddy.
Because I'm looking, I went to go grab it.
He's being drawn to it.
Yeah. But this thing is reaching out so bad, it's crazy. This thing has been in there for let's see, two days, and it's almost colonized this whole damn bag already.
Damn.
Nice.
That's aggressive.
Right? I mean, it's literally like a centimeter off the bag.
Nice.
Reaching. It's crazy.
What type of what strain is that? Yeah.
This is from the Monstrosity Grow. This is Light Bright.
Oh, nice.
Yes, this is the first time I've grown it out since I took Prince.
Well, it seems to be very aggressive.
I do believe I might have done something good.
Very nice. What kind of ratio?
Good.
What's your ratio substrate to grain?
I'm a core guy. I'm doing on this round. I actually lowered it. I'm doing 1 to 2. Normally I've been a 1 to 3, and there was no problem with 1 to 3, although it was taking a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So I'm dropping everything down to 1 to 2. And all these bags look great. This one looks phenomenal. But, because, the bags don't start doing nothing until, they realize they've touched all the food and it's time to go ahead and move somewhere else. But I figured, because like right now I'm doing, 52 strains, I think? 53 strains at the moment. So,
nice.
Got to keep the rotation high.
Yeah. You have to.
Right.
So how have you been liking the forest floor versus the core for you?
I've been liking it a lot because I've been core for a long time, and I've played around since the beginning. I liked azomite in it and some coffee now and then, but you have to be careful if you're doing bucket tech and all that. But I always like feeding them a little bit more because I feel like they're definitely more healthy.
Wait, you drew a bucket tech with forest floor?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying when I used to do like just core and CVG and stuff like that.
Gotcha. I could say, do you live in a fucking lab?
I am. I'm very clean.
That's super clean.
No,
that's Mr. Clean.
Oh yes, that's my friend. Yeah. But yeah, I like feeding them more nutrition because I feel like they're healthier. Just like I like giving them more FAE rather than choking them out in bags like I see a lot of people doing, and that I tried to do for a while. But they seem to be much happier with the nutrition so far.
Are you finding out that you guys might be a little bit more potent? I found that doing the forest floor or just a nutritional substrate, I get a lot more bluing. That I know that there's a lot of argument that might not be directly correlated with potency. I find that I get a lot more aggressive bluing and a lot more aggressive growth, as well as larger mushrooms overall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to try many of them just because I'm so busy. Normally I just microdose and see the difference just in taking a microdose. Like I'll dose a little bit higher so I could feel the subjective effects differently between the strains. But yeah, whenever I give them more nutrition, I feel like they're more potent. And I used to grow for a while on soy and straw, or master's mix, soy and wood.
Wood pellets.
Wood pellets, yeah. Oh, cubes on that. But I would train it on agar, so I put ground up wood pellets in the agar, just like 0.5 grams in a batch, so I would get used to eating it. And when I was growing on those, because of the nitrogen content, I assume, they were definitely more potent. I could tell a difference between batches.
What? The thing is, though, is they're doing
too. Yeah,
tannins.
Yeah, tannins seem to make that's part of the reason that you get what do they call it? The wood lovers paralysis is because of the tannins. The mushrooms are incorporating the tannins and changing them, and it's just like poison dart frogs and shit. Like use substances from things they eat. Mushrooms can do very much the same. That's why you don't want to use like radiological substances that are in your grows, because that would be bad.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what kind of trip that would be?
Well, it'd be great until they're like the alpha particles from the strontium there you added to your substrate, chew you up from the inside.
Right.
That'd be a bad day. But yeah, they can pick up some stuff from their environment. Remember that mushrooms are just the absolute most amazing things on the planet as far as pumping out toxins. That's what they play with. That's what they live, eat, and breathe.
As long as it's not heavy metals, you can usually eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely don't grow them on strontium or, a big old field of freaking lead or something.
Nah, I'm good. But yeah, on the forest floor, I definitely am noticing more bluing and more dense mushrooms. But I've also increased my FAE just by slitting my bags again, because I had gone away from it for a while.
Yeah, I usually get a feeling like they're telling me I need more FAE, so every bag for me is different. Some of them will be I'll leave them alone, and then I'll just cut the top off when it's full. Or some of them, as soon as they start to pin, I'll be like, you know what? What was that little baggie? You want a little slit right here?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's strain and
Are you growing
isolation.
in bags or are you growing in tubs?
I'm growing in bags. I started in tubs, but pretty quickly, or I shouldn't say pretty quickly, probably in the last couple of years. I think the last 2 years I've been growing exclusively just in bags.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah. I just got tired of cleaning tubs.
Oh, the cleanup is so much easier in bags.
Yeah.
They're called liners. What the fuck?
I'm lazy.
All right.
So are you just are you using a tent, or are you just growing them out there on the counter and just letting them fruit in situ in the bag?
I'm growing them just out on shelves, and now I just started playing with like a pseudo tent, just with they're called dust covers, I guess. Just putting them over the metal rack,
like a tarp.
Like a tarp, but it has just a zipper, so you can open it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I've just started playing with that. With
like a Martha tent.
Yeah, kind of like that. I'm just not pumping in and out air.
Yeah, I had a tent and plastic shelves on it, and I had like this thing called a cool spider. It was designed for like reptile habitats. They would basically a fogger. It'd fog the whole tent, and then I would have my bags, and then once they were fully colonized and they were just real angry and they looked like they were getting to where they were going to pin, I'd cut the top third of the bag off. So it'd be about the 2/3 of the bag would be covered in it would have the bag. 2/3 of the block would have the bag on it. The top 1/3 of the block would just be exposed to the open air, and I'd just get huge pin sets all the way around. And then they'd start growing up from the inside of the bag, between the bag and the block. up from there. But I'd get like 360 degrees of fruiting from there. And then once that was done, I'd take the block out and flip it over and put it back like upside down in the bag. And then it was still there on the shelf and fruit the bottom of the bag. It works really well, like really, really well. I could flip the block 2 or 3 times that way.
Nice.
And this is with actives or gourmet?
I will not self-incriminate in either one.
Enough said.
Some type of
You've seen enough pictures to know. Okay. Yeah.
And where was this? And what time?
Yeah, exactly. But no, it worked out. It worked out really, really well. Like I enjoyed it. And then when I needed to rehydrate, because the top part would be real dry by that time, I would flip it upside down, add a third of a cup of water or something to the bag, and then that would rehydrate the top part, get that mycelium going again. And then the bottom part, which has just been sitting there, is now exposed to the air and pins. It worked really well.
Very nice. I'm going to have to give that a shot. I've been playing with cutting the tops off of some of them, but I do notice they dry out if I cut it too low because I don't have it pumping the humidifier in there all the time.
I make it like a hybrid system where when it is ready to pin, I actually cut the bag at the level of the substrate and only 3/4 around. And then I fold it underneath the bag, and then I put it in a tub. So I can go ahead and mist the tub, and it basically turns it into a fucking massive greenhouse. Well, a small greenhouse and a sauna for these motherfuckers, and they fucking love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, a couple days, if there's no mist if there's no condensation on the inside of the tub, I just lift it up because the tub's upside down. So the lid's on the bottom. So you got the lid on the bottom. So all the carbon dioxide is now coming out the bottom. And the FAE is just crazy, but it doesn't come up past the sub. So it's just like the perfect environment. But you can easily lift the top off, put a couple sprays in there, and it just really lights up their life.
Yeah, the fruit in the bags in like a shotgun fruiting type container works really well too.
That's what I do for the ones that I want to see special things from. They get to the shotgun fruiting chamber.
I've found that you can add one of those aquarium heaters to water in the bottom as well if you have like a specifically cold environment. Like I know that Deadpool there lives up by the penguins, so he's fighting bears and shit with hockey sticks just to get to his mailbox. So he has to do things like specifically warm stuff up enough that it just doesn't freeze like his cold dead heart on a daily basis.
Exactly.
So yeah,
you got to do what you got to do. One winter I remember I was growing in like the short profile tubs, and I had them under a bed with just those the lights on the string like under the bed.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know how this is working, but it's working. And I could feel like the floor is so cold. It was just crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I hate keeping anything in that bottom 2 feet of the environment because it's normally just spells disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you're getting a lot of your contamination from this way. Is the 2 feet up off of the floor. You need to be higher than that.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It was just what I had at the time.
Yeah, but if you have the full tubs, the ones that I find, the ones that are about 2 feet tall, you won't get any issues. It's just when you're doing shoe boxes or you have your jars or you're throwing plates on the floor, like in a cabinet underneath the sink or something. That's when the Tammies hit you, fucking bitches.
Bastards.
It's kind of like the Karen at the Walmart. I call them Tammies.
Mm-hmm. They're everywhere.
Let me go put my Tammies on.
Yeah.
I don't know why it just reminds me of pajamas. It's like something my daughter would call her pajamas, Tammies.
Mhm.
What I call my lab gears, Mark jammies.
Yeah,
Jammies.
good times.
All right.
Mhm.
So, what are you doing for grain?
For grain, I've gone through a lot of different ones. I started with oats, and I loved them for a while. Yeah, I felt like the mushrooms really liked them, and like I had more potency. And then I did some popcorn, like most other people, I guess.
The new drippy corn.
Yeah, now I tried drippy corn, and it's fine. I just don't think that like the sugar does anything to add more to it, because I've done it.
Nah, you're just giving them beatus.
Yeah,
Just
I try not to crap on other people's things, but I try everything, and I try it side by side, and it just didn't make a difference. But I did try then switching out the sugar for erythritol, and that seemed to work better. Like I just had crazy fast growth. But I'm also doing it with feed corn instead of popcorn because I'm a cheap bastard. And it works. So why not?
So the one thing that I've run into with the feed corn is if you buy the stuff meant to feed domestic animals, it's okay. But if you buy the stuff that's designed like deer corn to feed deer and like wild animals, it's what differentiates.
We call that bait.
Yeah. Well, not in Texas. So if you buy like the literally bait corn, it's going to be the difference between the feed corn for your cattle and your pigs and the feed corn that gets kicked out there for wild animals is the amount of aflatoxin in it. So you gotta kind of be careful about that. I'd be kind of a little bit worried that the mushrooms would be able to harvest the aflatoxin.
Yeah, it's a good distinction to make because a lot of people would not think about that. But I get mine from a feed store for domestic animals. And it's recleaned, so there's not a lot of shit in it.
I clean all my shit no matter what anyways. Well, not clean anymore, but I do the, colander fucking shake test.
Screw that, man. When I make my oats, I want the nastiest, shittiest, cheapest fucking oats I can get. I want a full dead grasshoppers in there.
That wouldn't bother me. It's the shit that I don't know what it is when I'm doing this shit. Because as you know, when you're doing
human tooth.
Yeah, dude, I pulled out these little round. They almost looked like fucking rabbit pellets out of the fucking container. They were perfectly round, and as soon as they got wet, you pick them up. I'm like, what the hell is that? You try tasting it. It's horrible. It's like disgusting. No, but
that's what you want. It's vitamins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you go to Tractor Supply and you buy whole oats, I didn't buy fucking rabbit pellets.
Yeah.
That's got corn and rocks and I just like.
Yeah. Oh, that shit's great. It's good for them.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Just
maybe for your
variety. Yeah.
I've never noticed the difference.
Favorite bag of oats I ever fucking got was like I bought it from this side of the road like feed store guy. He just had like I don't know if he harvested his own shit or what, but it was just in these like tan paper bags. And it was like, oh, it's $8 back. And I was like, cool, give me 4 of them. And I mean the bags were heavy. I was like, this feels more than 50 pounds. And I got home and that shit was like 1/3 weed seeds, 1/3 dead animals, grasshoppers.
Yeah.
And then like the rest of it was like oats and like grain, like random grains. It had to have been like, he's like, well, I mean, it used to be an oat field a couple of years ago. A couple of wild pieces of oats came up. Let's just go and harvest the rest of it. And it was nasty, but by God, the freaking mycelium loved it. But I mean, it had all sorts of random seeds and stuff in there. And it was like, I had like whole grasshoppers, grasshopper heads, pieces, butterfly wings. I mean, it was just a total mess. When he dumped it in the water, there was like a 2-inch layer of stuff that floated to the top. And I was like initially going to skim it off, but I was like, you know what? Fuck around and find out. Let's see how this works.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked great. I've tried using like rice hulls too, but they're so light you can't. They work great, but they're so light you can't break and shake them. I think that rice hulls would probably work pretty good as a substrate additive to add like fluff to things, to keep it from getting too compacted. But as overall, you
people
can't
use that
it.
as a pseudo casing, so that they go ahead.
That would work good. Yeah,
because then you can actually rip off your fruit, and it doesn't really destroy the actual block. But I find that it doesn't matter. That's just the strain, One strain is going to have a huge fucking root in that goddamn block, no matter what you do. Unless you're cutting them down, it's taking the fucking core with it.
I've seen a lot with a lot of the Melmacs.
That's exactly right. That those huge dongs I just had. Each time I tried taking it off.
Chunk.
Yeah, it's like a golf ball on the bottom. I'm like,
they're gonna
son
take
of a
huge
bitch.
Those ones are better to just cut as close to the damn sub as you can.
Yeah, I want to get it all.
Some of them I've given up on, or almost given up on strains, because I'm like, this is gonna wreck the substrate every time and be a mess. I'm just done with it.
Yeah. What do you do? So you're using field corn now, and
reclean corn.
Yeah, you're using the forest floor. Are you doing anything special? Like, do you have to? Because that stuff's hard. I mean, it's a hard.
Well, tell us your forest floor, your recipe that you're using.
I'm just using what Farrell told me. I'm just that's it.
Fucking forest floor.
What did you think?
I don't.
It's supposed to be super, like it's a very, very, very flexible. Like you can make it out of damn near everything if you just kind of follow vague, like margins there. There's huge margins for error. But I was more interested about how you take that hard ass dent corn and get it soft enough without having to boil it for like 4 hours. You run it through like a pressure cooker or what?
Yeah. So what I did was, because now I'm switching it up again, but I'll get to that. What I started doing was I saw a couple people put out like how they do their corn, but obviously it's for popcorn 99% of the time. So I took what they were doing and tried all different things, and I was like, this shit doesn't work for this corn. It would be too mushy, or it would be too much burst grains, even though it doesn't really matter in the end if it's sterile. I just didn't like it. So I took the drippy corn basic outline, and then I just kept on decreasing the amount of cook time. And I do it in 23 quart Presto. And what I settled on at the end was doing 10 pounds of the corn in there, filling the water up to the top line, the top measurement line in there. And I do it on induction burners. So I get it up to where the pressure valve pops up, and then I put the weight on, let the pressure build up to about 15 psi, and then I shut it off. And then I let the pressure release naturally. And once it releases, I just take it out, pour the water out, strain it, and just bag it up wet and PC.
So you're also using bags for your grain as well.
Yeah. Everything's in bags.
Yeah, I like those little small bags I use for grain. They're cheap, and you can get on Amazon. I think I get 50 bags for like $12 or something.
Yeah, I got 50 of them right here, getting ready to bag up grain bags.
I like them because, like, unlike jars, you can't break and shake because you squish the shit around.
Yeah, they're so much easier to break. But with the corn now, what I just started doing is no soak, no simmer with that corn. But it only works with the 4T bags because the amount of water has to be equal in weight to the amount of corn. So when you have that much water, it really doesn't work with shorter bags because the water is over your grain amount. And that's been working just fine with that corn so far. But I'm going to play with like throwing a little erythritol in there and stuff like that. And I've also been making my own bags, but it doesn't work for that particular way of preparing.
Making your own bags? Like, you mean like oven bags?
I've just been buying the polypropylene 1.5 mil.
Okay.
And just making my grain in there and making them into my fruiting bags also.
Oh,
just
nice.
adding like a filter.
Oh yeah, I think who else I see?
And it's like
those
10 cents
bags.
a bag
Fucking
instead of like.
Oh, the Edward, he uses those things from. Yeah.
Ed Grand, yeah. Yeah, I saw him do it, and I just tried the other day doing his stapling way of that he just staples the bag without putting a filter, because I was buying just the filter patches for jars and just using a soldering iron, poking a hole and putting it on, and it works. But I was like, if I don't have to buy the filter patch, I'll just staple it, and it's been working fine.
It was the way back in the day where we'd bunch up the bag at the top and then put a piece of cotton in there and then put a bag around it. Yeah. That was old school.
Yeah.
You're going to inoculate through that too. I was wondering if you could make like a slurry of like grits or something like that and inoculate that and use it as grain spawn and have like this slurry that you'd add to your substrate instead of like the actual grain.
Huh.
You probably could.
I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, because if the grain is, when it comes to nutritional subs like a forest floor, if the grain is literally just the carrier to get it to spread out inside there, it doesn't relying on the grain for nutrition. And when you're using popcorn, the mycelium popcorn's so hard that it has a hard time breaking it down anyway. That I was like, man, if you just use like grits, but if you keep them from turning to slime, it would work out really well.
At that point in time, why wouldn't you just use a plate of agar and go ahead and add some just distilled water and slurry it up that way?
Because I'm trying to overcomplicate things.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. that sounds about right.
He's a scientist.
But like if you added agar to your grain and like did like this would be kind of interesting. You remember how we were making like thick liquid culture? But like do like a thick liquid culture with grain. I'm gonna try this shit.
I've done it with grain water.
I'm just gonna add like a scoop
up the grain and put it in the agar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add like a scoop, like a baby food scoop. What is that, like 4 grams or whatever? Of like that's less than that, man. It's probably
dude, I don't know any of your fucking measurements, man.
Well, the baby food scoop is like it's like
he's like a quarter of a tiny hand.
Well, the baby food scoop, like for the milk, like for the formula.
For the what? Did you call it milk?
Yeah, baby food formula. The formula scoop. Just one of those.
I'll never say milk again.
Milk. That's right. Meow.
But it's like I guess it's probably a tablespoon and a half. That might be a little bit much to add to a quart jar. I might turn it like solid. But if you add like say 2 grams of agar to a cup of water and use that to shoot for like having about a third of your jar be overwatered with your grain. I wonder if you can make like a thick slurry, like you call it. I don't know what the hell, drippy corn.
Why we would just it would basically just be corn. Flour. It'd be glue.
Be like, yeah. Well, I mean, it's gonna be a little gluey, but we're gonna call it like I don't know, chlamydia corn or some shit like
nice.
That. You know,
I like it.
Yeah,
it spreads so fast.
Yeah, it spreads so fast. Don't get it in your eye. But we're chlamydia corn. We're gonna try this chlamydia corn, where we're gonna take our fucking corn, and we're gonna make a agar thick liquid culture slurry to add to it. So you just have this just disgusting mycelium slime with grain in it. Just pour into your bag and squish around. I bet you it'll work really, really well.
I think so. Sounds delicious.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible, but I think it'll work.
Sounds like mouth kissing a hooker. I like it.
Yeah, don't do that. She's got a higher sperm count than you. Don't do that.
Yeah. He didn't mean it. Don't worry.
Where's the Where's the go noise?
My computer's not working. I don't have my soundbar.
Oh, Jesus. We missed.
Yeah.
I think that would work, though. I'm going to work out the rest. My brain's working on it now.
You're using, you guys are like making it super complicated. You could just go ahead and just take flour and use flour instead of the grain, because that's all the flour is. It's ground up fucking berries. You're like,
gotta make it yourself.
What if I get some rye grain and then I grind it and then I go ahead and bake it,
broken
and then
rice,
grind it again.
like broken rice. You don't want it ground up.
It's also
broken up.
Okay, so you.
Well, I've used chicken scratch. I've used chicken scratch.
Right.
No, Tiniest is. I've taken away her harmonica, but she's trying to play her foot like a harmonica.
Oh,
yeah, good. She's quite entertaining at the moment. But I had to take away the harmonica because it's a new favorite thing, and she would just be serenading us this entire podcast.
Nice.
Now she's
serenade. She heard me. I got the attention. All right.
Yep. Well, yeah. All right, how are you mixing up your subs? Are you just doing everything by hand, or did you graduate to a cement mixer yet?
I'm about to graduate. I'm getting tired. I've had one of those mixers on the drill for paint or whatever it is. Those pallet mixers. So I just use that. But I prepare it in like a big tub and just mix it up.
Dude, you'll if you get a cement mixer, you'll decide you need to use it for everything. You're like, I wonder if I can marinate. Yeah, can I marinate meat in this thing? I wonder if I can make like 50 pounds of jerky at a time. Because it's so much fun to use, and they're so easy to clean out. And the one that you get from Harbor Freight, if you take care of it and wash it out in between uses, that ceramic coating on the inside lasts forever.
I was about to say, can't you put a coating on the inside? But it comes with one, huh?
Yeah, it comes powder coated. It's not the best I've found. Like, it'll flake off on the outside and exposed to the sun a lot. But you can always repaint it, like just repaint it on the inside.
Nice.
It works super, super well. I've used it. I've just like, hey, I've got it. Why not use it for things? I mean, rinse it out. It's clean.
No.
You find things.
I think I might
like,
need one, Farrell, for all the bags.
Dude, yeah,
I'd have to
totally.
get one.
You're doing all this shit when you could get like absolute perfect mixes of everything in just a few minutes inside of a cement mixer, and then you can load right from the cement mixer. You can even do your hot tech, like your bucket tech in the freaking cement mixer. Because you can just pour boiling water in the damn thing all the time. It's just metal. It's metal on metal on metal. So it's not going to hurt it at all.
Yeah, I've been cleaning out my garage, making space. I'm about to get one.
Yeah. It's on the list. Yeah. I've put it on the list.
I would definitely get the metal one versus the plastic one. I don't think the plastic one would deal with the amount of abuse and heat that we usually use. Yeah, because they have two different types. They have the metal one, I think it's like a 7 cubic foot, and they have like a 5 cubic foot kind of tulip-shaped gray one, and I wouldn't trust that one. The thing is so light, you can move. My daughter can move it around. She's almost 4, so and she likes operating it because it's got a little switch. It's pull on, push off, right? So she's like, I'm like, turn it on, and she pulls out the little switch. And she gets all excited and watches. Wow, goes around and around. But rehydrating
things to add.
Yeah. I start off making something. She throws a handful of leaves in there, and I never get mad about it because I'm like, yeah, whatever, leaves. Yeah, it's good for it. Grain likes leaves, Like I like to add straw and chopped up straw and like chopped up leaves and stuff and little sticks and shit to my grain spawn. I find that my grain spawn colonizes a lot faster if it can place chutes and ladders with all of that, with the straw and the hollowness, because the mycelium just zips right down that. And the fluffiness of it that breaks it up from being one giant clump. I find that because of the airflow that it allows through the grain itself, that you don't end up with like dead bacterial spaces in that grain, Everything that I've added like straw to has ended up never getting contaminated. And it might just be because it's got more fresh air,
Yeah, it makes a difference. I was cutting the 4 tea bags in half.
Tea bag.
And and sealing them, but I was finding like there wasn't enough air in the bag because with the amount of grain that I was using. So I would have like bacterial issues a lot. But once I switched to like bigger bags, it was no longer an issue.
What size bag are you using? You say no, never mind. You already said your Korean polyfill bags.
Yeah.
Polypropylene.
Black market bags.
Right. Instead of unicorn bags, what are they called? They're like donkey bags or something.
Have you tried getting like just like the roll of that polycarbonate stuff and then just heat sealing your own bags?
Like the polytubing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked into it. They're not gusseted. So that would be the only thing.
You can always lay them on their side.
I would do huge like tubes because it would be very similar to how we do the gourmets and the diaper GD.
Mm-hmm.
The diaper GD stuff. I'd do big ass tubes, man. Everything would be a big ass halo.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's true. I'll probably give it a shot one of these days. It would work just the same, and it'd be even cheaper just to have to seal and cut them.
I want to try that. I think it'd be really neat to have like a 6 foot long log of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Just kind of jab
cool.
Jab holes from them here and there. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Jab holes everywhere. That's pretty cool. I wonder what else you could use instead of just those, because I know Mylar does not PC well.
Mm.
So,
and a lot of them you gotta watch out because they're like polyethylene and all different things. The bags that they're selling, like the descriptions sometimes just say, "Oh, it's a poly bag," and you're like, "Well, what fucking kind?"
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
All right. Where do you see the mushroom community going in the next 5 to 10 years? You think we're going to actually hit a point where society sees the benefit of psilocybin and starts legalizing everything?
Yeah, I think that it's on its way or happening. I just think it'll be a lot of bullshit artists in here.
Yeah.
And, big money and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Those are the people that are going to push it through once they have their
foothold. If they can't make a profit on it, there's nothing in it for them to let anybody else to make it. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got to make.
There'll always be like the small cultivators, and people are growing different stuff.
So have you ever done any novelty grows?
Not really. I've stuck mushrooms in pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah.
Taking pictures.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
But I didn't grow it inside the pumpkin.
It works surprisingly well in gourds and pumpkins.
Mm.
It works surprisingly well. They'll grow right through that shit. Eat it as food. But it's a race between them and the bacteria.
Yeah.
Because all pumpkins turn to goo eventually.
Yes, they do. But you know what else goes great with pumpkins? Hockey sticks.
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, it's a good evening right there. The neighborhood will never be the same.
I like how you guys had your like home-based Discord, and now you've created this other one, like with your main people. Because right. I had like a small Discord with a bunch of friends, and we still have it, but we've moved to another platform that's supposed to be more secure. So now there's like a split, which I don't like, but it is what it is.
Well, we have our like family Discord that's just like the few of us that are been really close, and then we have our the rest, the one like the FAFO Discord where we just talk to everybody.
Yeah,
I spend about half my day going between servers, answering questions, help people, or just basically just talking shit. But I mean, our original server, that's. Was years and years ago is fucking I think the top limit was ever like 52 people. I think we were down to about 23 or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty similar to what ours is. And I have to say, praise the weasel, and people in there will know what I'm talking about.
All right.
If I didn't say it, they wouldn't be happy with me. No.
So you guys have a deity, and he's called the Weasel.
Yeah, and he helps your mushrooms grow.
I think ours is just called cocaine.
Yeah, that's
it. Okay, so the whole cocaine inside joke thing, for me anyway, started as a long time ago, several years ago. I was working EMS, and we had this guy who used to be a lawyer, right? He got pulled over, and he was just going on about how fantastic cocaine was, right? How he built this entire empire, and he would never be able to do it alone if it wasn't for cocaine. He was just like the biggest spokesperson for cocaine. Yet we were taking him to a state mandated recovery center, right? So it's like. Okay, dude, I get you really you're a cocaine enthusiast, but you do realize you're under arrest for cocaine. And you're currently going to a state mandated recovery center because you were really high and crashed, your car, right? But he was just, so we were like on the ambulance, we're like, oh, we're going to make we found the world's biggest cocaine enthusiast because the guy was like, cocaine! And then, so we made like we made like this entire sermon. I mean, for 45 minutes straight, this guy just talked about the benefits of cocaine, right? And so we made a sermon up. We're like, our Lord and powdery Savior, cocaine. And like,
baby crack Jesus.
Yeah. So there was like this huge sermon about the cocaine that we just like would randomly yell cocaine at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you drink like a Monster energy drink, you're just like cocaine. But that's where that came from.
Yeah, and then he started sending me packages. And to make sure there's no interest in the packages, he put stickers on there that says not cocaine.
Yeah.
That's where the cocaine, the hilarity of for me anyway, the cocaine thing. It's like, this is definitely not cocaine. It's even labeled not cocaine.
Yeah.
It's labeled not cocaine, and there's a white handprint next to it.
Yeah, right? I've got a lab coat, and the pocket is designated for not cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my good Lord.
Yeah, we had similar things.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we still have it. We don't. I mean, but like I said, that's normally we want to make fun of someone. We'll go over there. We'll talk shit. Then we'll come back to the public.
Do it in the shadows.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or just we keep up with everybody's family and what everything's going on, and just like all the private conversations happen in that Discord. Because we're all like one big family.
Yeah.
And then all the normal fuckery happens in the Fuck Around and Find Out Discord, which works out really well. I mean, we really enjoy talking to everybody and meeting everybody. Like, people that come on to the to the Fuck Around and Find Out Mondays, anybody can come on and talk about their experiences with mushrooms and everything like that. And if you come onto the podcast, you get a special sticker that only the people that get interviewed on the podcast get it. And I think what we decided to go with the death cap mushroom, right? The really cool death cap looking one.
Actually, how about we use that one for the gift for the podcast? Since you're telling everybody about the sticker already, might as well throw that fucker on there.
That's what I'm saying. That's going to be the one for the freaking podcast.
I know, yeah. That's perfect. That's what I'm saying. But use it for the gift for
podcast. Okay. Not a GIF. The main picture for the podcast.
Yeah, the GIF, we use the JPEG. That's the name of the file.
A GIF
Get
is
the
a
file
totally
right.
different thing. Different moving fucking picture.
What if I'm shaking? What if I'm shaking the fucking sticker? You don't know.
Yeah, you can do that. I just put the sticker on a flashlight.
Everything on his phone is a GIF.
Yeah. It's all that cocaine.
Yeah.
Woo! America. Smells like freedom.
Oh, yeah.
And gasoline. Is that gasoline I smell? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. There's that country song, with the heart like a truck, and now it's like heart like cocaine is running through my head. But
I have no idea where your head is at right now.
Yeah.
There's that new country song that all the white girls are going crazy about. The heart like a truck.
I don't know.
I'm not around those people.
Good Lord. It was on Yellowstone. The kind of chunky girl sang it. Anyway.
No.
Now you're gonna look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
He's looking it up right now. I hear it clicking.
Yeah. See that? He's looking up current cocaine prices.
Yeah.
Nah, just looking at my porn for when it's over.
Yeah,
I want to prepare.
Yeah. Did you find it?
No, I was answered a question on Discord. No, what am I gonna do? Sing it for you? Why don't you sing it for us, Farrell? Sing it for
No,
us.
I'm allergic.
That don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. America.
Oh, I mean, I could. It's by Lainey Wilson. And so Wilson. It's Heart Like a Trip. Heart Like a Trip. Let's see if I can. Nope, that's not it. That's an advertisement. That's an advertisement for Temu. So Temu is like really trying to take over from Amazon.
I've never heard of them before.
No.
See, this is the new white girl like anthem. It's all about white girl. You could basically substitute truck for cocaine. Cocaine. Runs on dreams and cocaine.
Yeah, key bumps. Got it. I heard that.
See? Yeah, see? You can totally make this song about cocaine.
You should make the remix.
Yeah, you got way too much
Heart
time in
like
your hands, girl.
cocaine. Huh? Hello, Tiny.
Do you like a Weird Al Yankovic thing on it?
Oh, dude, yeah, we should totally do this. Heart like
Just
cocaine.
sniff it. Just sniff it.
Put it in your mouth and.
Whoa!
I don't know. I don't know what was happening.
You gotta wait for me.
I was thinking about how you get the cocaine.
All right.
Sometimes you gotta earn your living.
Yeah.
On your knees.
$20 is $20.
Cocaine. This is a perfect goat sound moment because it totally took a fucking left turn there.
And
Well,
if
it's a
you
Monday.
feed your mushrooms cocaine,
There are no rabbit holes on Mondays because the whole
No,
show
that's
is
true.
revolved
The whole
around
show-
rabbit holes.
Big ass rabbit hole. Oh, dude, you know that's one thing I've never made is that I never had the patience to make blue honey. You guys done that?
Oh,
No.
absolutely, all the time.
I know that you have Deadpool, but I haven't.
no, I never had the patience either.
With what patience?
Well,
I
they do
did-
like,
I-
oh, put it in there and leave it alone for 6 months. I'm like,
You can do it for 3 months. It doesn't matter.
It's
It's
still
not
a
like you
long
don't.
time.
It's not like you don't have fucking pounds of oysters sitting on your shelf. You know what I'm saying? That you could dabble on for lunch or dinner.
I was wondering if anybody's ever tried it with one of those that stupid thing that the wife just absolutely had to have, the little extractor thing.
You're talking.
Yeah.
I know. I thought of the fridge that never been used.
Yeah, it's gathering fucking dust. It's the decarb. It's the thing that you're supposed to make like CBD and shit with. You know, it makes edibles. It just sits up there and just gathers dust. She had to have it. It's like $400.
Is it a press?
No,
Or
it's the. Hold on, let me go read the actual freaking name on the damn thing.
Damn. I'll actually look that up.
The people
Now your
need to
white girl
know.
cocaine power
It's
song.
called a Levo, Levo.
Levo.
Yeah. So the thing you put like your substance in there, and then press go, and it heats up and extracts it. It makes like a pure extraction of it. Decarbs it, heats it up, just does everything to it, and it just like gives you out straight whatever. So you can take your honey or your syrup or liquid of any type, your choice, and put it into the little container that looks like a little, just like a holding cup at the top. A lot of people use butter and shit like that for it. And then I think it was originally actually designed to make like herb butter infusions and shit. People realized, this works great
It's
for
an
weed.
herbal infusion.
Yeah. But she used it once and made like pancake syrup with it, with some weed, and it came out so fucking terrifyingly strong that she just never did it again. Because it was like one tiny dab of it on your finger would give you like couch lock for hours. So she was like, nope. And then now it's just been sitting up. It's been sitting up there. Still got all the fucking stickers on it. Brand new, used once. But I was like, I wonder if you could use it for mushroom.
You should try. Make some mushroom butter.
I don't think so. Well, that would work, but there's no oils. There's no oils to extract.
Oh, it just extracts whatever. I mean,
well, if it's an herbal oil, you're just taking it and it's infusing it with something. You can't infuse. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's find out.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, if it's like water, I mean, like psilocybin's water soluble, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, Tiny, go get the Levo.
She can't. There's no way she could get up there.
Challenge accepted.
It's at right now. She's got what is that? Is that Ladybug? Is that Ladybug? Is that Miss Ladybug? Yeah, she's got her little Ladybug doll out and is trying to dress it backwards. She's doing a great job.
That's good.
Yeah. What? But yeah, no, the Levo's been sitting up there for I don't know, a year, better than a year.
Yeah, I think you would have to use blue honey because you at the raw honey and the basically bee spit, it's basically digesting that shit, so it would be available to infuse it into butters and shit. But if you just put powdered shit in there, I don't think that would work. Not really want to know.
Well, I'm just wondering if it would clog it up or break it. I don't want to break it. It's brand fucking new.
Well, if you fucking break it, just put it back.
It's not like she'd notice. It's been sitting there forever.
Exactly what I'm saying. It's not like
Time broke it.
Yeah.
Just magically time broke it. Yeah.
Like all things.
Yes. Well, I mean, if enough time, you can get the Grand Canyon. You mean your Levo totally up there for a year? The dust totally just ripped that piece off.
I don't know why there's mycelium growing out of the top canister.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah.
Now I try not to break the cool toys, but we've had that forever, and now it's every time I go to the refrigerator. No. Every time I go to the refrigerator, it just sits there and looks at me. Because it's pretty good size. It's the size of a modern, a full craft coffee machine, like a full craft coffee maker. So it's a big ass machine.
Yeah, we need to find this out now.
Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff I can put.
You can just tell Van that I buddy fucked you into doing it.
It's all about peer pressure, and y'all just told me to do it.
Deadpool told me if I didn't do it, I was a giant vagina.
Yeah, and I couldn't be friends anymore, and that's it. Like it was just that was what
I had to do it.
Yeah,
I had no choice at that point, right? Like, totally not my fault.
She'll understand.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody's tried to use apple juice to extract something. Because, I mean, it's sweet.
Well, there's nothing to digest it.
It's going to decarb. The thing has the Levo thing is pretty freaking cool, right? It has a decarber in there, and it'll pull a vacuum and run at like 44,000 megahertz ultrasonically. I mean, so it'll break up whatever you
break
put in.
Anything down.
Yeah. So I think it'll break the cell walls just fine. Right. It's just a matter of not clogging it up. And I think if you start with powder, it'll probably be a bad thing.
Well, just add a little.
Because the liquid because it compresses it like a little, kind of like a espresso powder disc, and then pulls through the whatever liquid you're trying to infuse, and then removes all the air from the liquid that's been infused to get rid of all the bubbles and everything. So, has anybody out there used a Levo to extract anything to do with mushrooms. If you have, please hit us up. We're super
Don't
curious.
pass the buck. You're going to find out yourself. You just try to save your fucking machine.
Yeah. Okay.
You promised.
You know what? Somebody on fucking YouTube has done this. Somebody on YouTube has done this, and I bet you it's been a freaking mistake.
Somebody's tried. It's burst into flames.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up on freaking Google. Levo mushroom extraction.
Yes.
There's the ultrasonic cold water. Somebody did it with coconut oil and lemon juice.
There you
go.
Yeah,
interesting.
That would be the same thing as honey with lemon juice.
Yeah. I don't. They've used it to make. They've made magical butter with it to make mushroom gummies.
Yep.
It works. What?
Only one way to find out.
You need 3 tablespoons of dried mushrooms, 2 cups of water, and 2 tablespoons of 75% or higher ABV alcohol.
Okay, so it's making an extraction, and then it's taking the extraction and infusing that with whatever you've got at the bottom.
So you say set your temperature to 130, press the 1 hour button cycle, and rock and roll. Huh.
Interesting. You have homework, Farrell.
I'm just thinking, she's going to see me use the damn thing and get real pissed. Because I bet you it sits up there on some magical pedestal that I'm not allowed to touch.
Well,
you know how that shit works? Like, girls have stuff, and it's like, even though they haven't used it in like 6 years, if you fucking even look at it sideways, they know.
You mean like sis? Yeah, like sisters and best friends. They hate it when you touch those things.
That's totally different. Like, you don't even talk to her.
Wait, what'd you say? I don't. We're talking about different things, I think.
An ounce of shrooms, 4 strains. So dude's taking an ounce of shrooms, 2 cups of coconut oil, 3 lemons worth of lemon juice.
Do you find when you do extractions, do you feel the mushrooms the same, or do you feel any difference?
They come on faster. There's really no come up. Like you're talking about, like with lemon tech and shit like that.
Yeah, with anything, with lemon tech or just water extraction.
Yeah, well, basically all you're doing is you're getting rid of the cell walls, and the cell walls is the only reason it takes so long, and you really don't get that much of the psilocybin in your system to go ahead and get it to convert to psilocin, because the chitin is so hard for your body to just can't even really do it. So I think what is it like a 0.3%?
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Only quitters quit, Farrell. Only quitters quit.
The guy on Reddit said it started on fire.
I don't believe him.
Yeah, it said that
I think he just came up
made
with
the
something
machine smoke. So I'm thinking that's probably a bad idea. Because that thing is like
a great idea.
You need fire to cook.
That's right.
See, you guys just want to hear back about the massive failure.
I just want to see a video of a fucking appliance in flames.
You want to read a story about a fucking angry Texan that got stabbed to death by his wife.
Yeah. You guys forget she's Latino and extremely stabby.
I like
she'd probably Latino. Just stab me for even touching the damn thing. It's probably some sacred cow. You know, it's like, this is my Levo. There, I really like it, but this one is mine. But it's like, you know, I use the freeze dryers for weird shit all the time, and nobody gives.
I don't know. I just texted her. I said that we're playing with the Lino.
It's a Levo.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Ovo?
Who knows what a
It's a
Levo?
laptop?
Yeah. Ovo is Ovaltine. Yeah, we're just gonna go play with the old people food. But
Applesauce.
I use the freeze dryers for all sorts of weird shit, and nobody blinks an eye. But if I touch the damn Levo, I'm pretty sure that I'll get stabbed. She had to wait on a Kickstarter forever for that thing. Like she bought one of the first ones that come out.
Oh, man.
Still got all the stickers on it. All those pretty stickers. But, well, I mean, I'm definitely going to have to do something with it now because you guys are making it sound way too tempting.
Right?
You got to do it.
I'm a born button pusher, man. And there's so many buttons on that thing.
You got to take it out, set it up in your garage or something, and then put bricks in the box and put the box back.
I'm pretty sure it's not even a box. I think it's actually up there on a.
It's not even a box. It's just literally decoratively up there on top of the refrigerator.
So the sunlight hits it in just the right way in the morning when she's drinking her.
It glistens, yes.
I'm giggling just thinking about Pearl getting stabbed.
No, we're just looking at your freaking Levo thing up there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're talking shit about you. No, I told him that you made the first thing you made with it was terrifyingly strong.
Oh yeah, the honey.
Yeah, and then you never did shit with it again.
Because it leaked all over the place and I was making honey for weeks.
Oh my.
I don't think you were supposed to use pure honey.
I don't think so either.
Because everybody, like reading the instructions online says to add water.
Yeah, and more like oil-based stuff.
Yeah, and you just globbed an entire jar of honey into the fucking thing and hit go. It was ridiculous.
That sounded like permission to me.
That did sound like permission. That sounds like she's now scared to use it, meaning that I can use it.
Yes.
Mission accomplished.
We're gonna fuck with it this afternoon.
All right.
Maybe we'll do a fucking live stream like with it.
Yes. Ambulance. We'll be able to see ambulance.
Yeah. We'll be able to see the fucking massive flames that it puts out.
Fire truck for the flames, an ambulance for Farrell.
I'm gonna take it apart and thoroughly clean it first. Because if she says that it was leaking everywhere and shot honey all over the place, I'm thinking it got clogged already.
Yeah, there's still honey.
There's got to be a way to. There's got to be a way to clean it, right?
I'm sure you just put hot water, run a clean cycle.
Oh yeah, there's probably a button for that because there's a lot of buttons.
I do love a good button.
I fucking born button pusher, both of humans and electronics.
Exactly,
it's fun times.
Well, guys, I really want to go play with this now.
Good.
Go for it.
Go play with it. Go for it. Be destructive.
All right, guys. Anybody got anything else to add to this fun and exciting thing? And usually at the end of everything, we usually try to say something really nice. Also, by the way, I believe, what is it, Deadpool, you're making grain spawn, your super badass fermented oats grain spawn now?
Yeah, and, that's why I'm getting that's when I get the cement mixer, because I'm sending out so many bags now. But now it's fucking, might as well go commercial with it.
Yeah, he's selling his badass grain spawn. He makes this really good fermented oats. Somebody had shown him how to do it at one point. Whoever that was.
Yeah. This person did help me tweak it a little bit. He did tweak.
And so he's got this going now, and he's going to be able to sell his grain to people. So if you're looking for a good source of further fermented type grain products, you can always get with Deadpool on that, as well as Substrate. Yep.
Yeah.
You can find him on his Discord, and if he does good enough, then we'll set him up with his Etsy or his website for that. There's a pretty big demand for ready-made products because a lot of people don't want to go through all the expense and the pain in the ass of making your own grain spawn or making your own substrate.
Some people just like to do the fun stuff.
Yeah,
That's true.
they don't want to hear the labor pains. They just want to see the baby. You know?
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
They want all they want is the epidural.
Yeah. Drugs afterwards. That's all they want. So usually at the end of everything here, NatureJohn, is we usually try to say something positive. We go around and everybody says something nice. Just, for the crowd and the world in general. So let's have Deadpool start first because
All
that's
right.
traditional.
Okay.
Yeah. I have green spawn. Come get some. Have a great day.
That was more like that was less positive and more self-promotionally.
All right. I don't
just
have
feel
green
like-
spawn.
I think I'm gonna hold on.
Kisses
I hear
everywhere.
it now. I'm hearing it. I'm interpreting. I'm receiving it.
There you
He's
go.
like, I just want to see you guys be successful. Try my grain spot.
That's exactly it. See, you read between the
Yeah.
lines.
I read between the lines. All right,
Nice.
John, what do you got to have to say for the world?
Just have fun and remember you're doing great.
Fantastic. And for me, nice thing I'm going to have to say today is that every experiment is just that, man. It's an experiment. Have fun. Try new things. If you fail, it's just a learning experience. The worst thing that happens is you're out a couple of bucks in supplies. It's
Or
not the end of the world.
$400 in equipment.
Or $400 in a Levo.
Just a couple hundred.
I'm going to try to fix this thing and play with it because it's been up there for a long time. It's got a good cake and the dust on it. So I'm going to play with it. Don't forget to find us on our Discord, the FAFO Cult Discord. You can find us on Etsy account at the FAFO Cult at Etsy.com. We also have our Cash App, which is $$ FAFO Cult. If you want to send us a couple of bucks, you can do it on there or on our at Venmo. Is going to be at FAFOCult. If you send us any money, we promise not to use it for anything good. It'll probably just go to pure debauchery and to keeping this podcast going. If you'd like to come on to our podcast, just like our good friend here, NatureJohn, or anybody else, any of you have the chance to come on and talk about your experiences with mushrooms and what you like to do with them. Or if you just want to come on and bullshit about nothing.
Shoot the shit.
That is entirely fine with us.
That was the allure for me.
Once again,
Right.
once again, we love talking with you guys and getting you involved in the community, as well as being involved in the community with you.
Yeah.
It's always fun to meet new people. You can always talk to us any day at the FAFO Cult Discord. And if you need a link to that, I could probably put it in the bottom of this podcast.
Yeah, probably.
I
Hey,
could probably
don't
put-
forget. Any if you guys want to talk about anything like specific for our Tuesday nights where we actually have
Yeah.
a themed show, feel free to leave those on the Discord as well, because I go through all that stuff, 4 or 5 times a day when we come up with those projects. So just
there's a show suggestion area all the
Yeah.
time too.
so don't
All right, guys.
hesitate to drop a link.
We love you all, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow with our regularly themed show.
Later.
See you later.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.